Hey YouTube, I'm back once again with some more pickups. So today is, what is it, Wednesday 17th? I think it's 17th of February. Been quite busy these last couple of weeks. I've had a bit of a splurge, although not all of it's arrived, and yeah, that's a whole different story. I've got a few things here from HMV. They had a sale, so I grabbed a couple of things, and then something else happened, and I decided to get some more. And this was a week and a half ago, and the bulk of that stuff is sat in a courier's depot that I can't get to because they won't do pickup, so I've got to wait for them to re-deliver on a day where I'm going to be home, because I'm working late this week, so I'm off on Friday, so that parcel will be here on Friday. So I was a little bit peeved about that. There's also a few things that have arrived this week that I'll show in the next video with that HMV stuff, and I think there's a couple of things, at least a couple of things, that are still in the mail. But we've still got a decent amount here to show. There's one DVD and the rest are all Blu-rays. There's another Facebook mini haul of Blu-rays that I picked up weekend before last. But we'll go with the one DVD first, which is Doctor Who: The Ark in Space. This came as just a sleeve and disc. This was in one of the little plastic. There we go, one of them. But the disc is mint. It was only £2. Actually, it was £2 and 9 pence. So I just grabbed an old case. Unfortunately, I don't have any spare silver BBC cases that these Doctor Who's normally come in. So once the charity shops reopen, I come across them quite often. Unfortunately, not with Doctor Who stuff in, or I'll be buying more of them in the charity shops. But yeah, there's other BBC stuff coming in those cases that I find semi-regularly, I would say, in the charity shops. So I'll grab one of them at some point. Then on Facebook, I've got a part here in no particular order. There was another advert on Facebook for DVDs for Blu-rays for £1 each. There was a few on there that I wanted, so I just grabbed. It was not even 10 minutes away from where I work, so I just went on the way home from work one afternoon. Did I? Or did I go on the Sunday? I might have actually gone over on the Sunday now I think about it. Anyway, it was over in Darlington. Right, yeah, £1 a piece these were. So I grabbed Swallows and Amazons. A few of these I would have sworn I owned, but I didn't. This being one of them. So we've got Swallows and Amazons. This is, I think, the most recent version of this. I mean, there is was it the 60s or 70s? Anyway, there was a film a long time ago and a TV series in the 80s, which when I was a kid, I loved that. Loved that show. I've got a DVD somewhere, funnily enough. But yeah, I've always enjoyed this story. So we've got slipcover on that one. Doesn't come with a digital, but it's okay. Then Wanted, the Real Heroes edition. Again, this one's brand new and sealed, so this will replace the copy I have in my collection, and then I'll send that other copy away. The A-Team, this being the limited edition window box set with all the art cards. It's a nice set, this one. Not particularly rare, because you see it all over. Lincoln, once again, with a slipcover. I'm not sure if this actually has a code in it. If I seem to remember, none of these had codes. No, this one doesn't have a code. The Imitation Game is another one that I would have sworn that I owned, but when I looked in the collection, it wasn't there. So grab that. I didn't know anything about this, but it looked interesting. Home. This is one I do own. Picture Perfect 2. I have all 3 movies. I have the first one and the third one with the slip. I didn't have this one with the slip. So I literally got this just for the slip. It's for £1. It's cheaper. That's I think the cheapest one I ever saw. Well, not ever saw. Well, yeah, the cheapest one that I saw on eBay, but didn't buy. It was £2.50, and I thought at that price I might as well just wait until I find one in CEX with a slip and just keep the slip. But it turns out for £1. Got that one. Non-stop, and this one comes with a slip, lenticular. The Whistleblower. Now this one I know for sure I had at some point. I remember seeing it on the shelf because I had it with a slipcover. This one doesn't, but it's not there. It's not showing, oddly enough, it's not showing in the app or on blu-ray.com, where I use both of those to keep track of what I own on Blu-ray, and it's not showing in either of those. I know for sure I had this. I've definitely seen it at Momentum. This one's sealed. But like I say, I can't find it, so I don't know what happened. I can't see that I would have traded it in because I can't imagine that it's worth that much. But I remember enjoying it, so I'm happy to have that. And then finally for this lot, I Spit on Your Grave. It's been the first. This is the remake of the original, but the first one. I think I've got the second or the third. I've got one of the other ones. So there's one more for me to find. I obviously have. It's not obvious to you guys, but I have, I think it's a 101 Films release of the original version of that. And something I picked up off eBay, another black label, 101 Films again, black label. This was at a really good price. I found it at $11.99. The guy had quite a few, and there was 2 left. And while I was humming and hawing on whether I should buy it, which I don't know why I did that, because it's such a good price, one of those 2 sold, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab it. So I grabbed the last one, class of 1984. It's been spine number 7 from 1982. So that's another one to add to the collection, and there's more of these to come. Then a couple that I spotted on eBay, and I put a watch on them and waited for the auctions to get close to the end, and then snuck in a couple of bids right at the end and won both of them. So these are 88 films, Italian collections. We've got Beatrice Sensei and 11 Days, 11 Nights. These are they weren't Kickstarters, they were another, and for the life of me, it's gone blank on what they were. But anyway, we've got spine number 55 and 54. So I put another 2 in the collection. Oh, duh, Indiegogo. So these were part of their Indiegogo, or one of their Indiegogo campaigns, to get these with the slips. They were never available retail with the slips, although they did at one point sell the slips on their own, funnily enough, on their website for an obscene amount of money, I seem to remember. Whether they ever sold them like that, I don't know. But both of these are sealed. I did expect that these should have booklets. I don't know why. Not all of them do, but I thought with them, these being a Kickstarter one, they would have booklets, but it really doesn't sound like. Normally if there's a booklet in there, you can hear it. And I've done a search on eBay looking for these, and there's not many of these on, and when they are on, they're normally sealed. So I need to find pictures of open versions of these to show whether they have a booklet or not, but I'm assuming now that they probably don't. But this, I think, now brings me down to only needing 2 more for this collection. I need I think the oldest one I need is Two Evil Eyes, which is probably going back to 2018. I think that came out. And Brothers Till We Die. I want to say they're the only 2 left now that I need with the slips. Unless they've released any more very, very recently. And I mean by recently, I mean this year. I don't recall seeing any more on the website. They've been concentrating more recently on the Slasher Classics collection, which I've got quite behind on them now. I think I'm maybe, what, I'll be up to 49 and I've got up to 42, so I'm good 7 behind on those. So probably need to concentrate more on picking those. It always seems to be the way. For a long time, well, not for a long time, but for quite a while, they didn't put out any Slasher Classics, and they were putting out Italian collections. And I got up to date with the Slasher Classics, and then they started releasing the more Italian collections, and now I'm getting close to completing these again. Now I've got behind on the other, but we'll get there eventually. I mean, they're going to keep releasing them, aren't they? That's the way they make their money and release more awesome items. So HMV, as I mentioned, I haven't looked since the weekend, so I don't know if the sale's still on, but they had 101 films sale on, and there was a few Black Label releases in there for $9.99, and there's 2 specific. There was 3 that I needed. The third one is it's called Black Books, and it's one really the only one in the set that I don't really care that much about, and it was one that I was thinking, if I find it in CEX for a £5, I'll get it, to finish the collection. It's I think it's the oldest one that still hasn't gone out of print in this set of the limited editions, at least. It's still available on 101 Films website, so I guess it's the least popular of the set. So I decided not to get that one. So for these 2 were $9.99 a piece. So I grabbed Skinner, which I know very little about, but you've got both Tracy Lords and Ted Raimi in there, so and there's probably a third name underneath that HMV sticker there, but I haven't looked. I mean, I've seen it in store before, in the shop, but Ricky Lake, yeah. Both Ricky Lake and Tracy Lords are in Crybaby, I seem to remember. So I grabbed them 2. These were $9.99 each, which left me 2 pence short of free shipping, which HMV do at £20, and these were $19.98. So I had to find something else to get free shipping. I thought, do I get another one of these? And the only other one that they had in stock that I needed, like I say, was that Black Book. And I thought, you know what, I'll have a look. There was something else I seem to remember seeing. So I grabbed another copy of It Shouldn't Happen Here, the Pet Shop Boys, It Shouldn't Happen Here. $6.99. These were, and again, I've not checked since last week, but these were trading in at £13. So for $6.99, I had a copy of this, so I just took it straight in, traded it in while I waited for this one to arrive. So that, I mean, anything would have put me over, but it sort of put me over, but then clawed me a little bit of money back as well. So there we go. That's what I've got over the last couple of weeks. Not everything that I've got over the last couple of weeks is, oh, too much information there. That's what's pretty much arrived this week. There's a couple of things from Poundland there that I got this week. But like I say, there's that HMV order, they sent it in 2 parts for some reason. So I spent a fair bit of money and paid the extra to get priority shipping, or whatever they call it. So it will get here in 2 days. And and I literally got it off the website the day after I bought these. These arrived last Thursday, I think, and yeah, but I paid extra for the priority shipping, which was $5.99, but because of the number of things that I bought, it was worth it. Now, obviously, I'm working still. I was on days last week, so I knew the chances were it would arrive while I was at work, but I wasn't concerned. I thought, you know, the sorting office is open, you can go and collect your parcels there. Me assuming they would just use Parcel Force or Royal Mail, because that's what they normally do. But it turns out they don't. When you get priority shipping, they use, or for me at least, they use DPD. And of course, they turned up while I was at work, left me a card, and I had a look, and it said, "Oh, we'll try again tomorrow." And they tried to. Technically, I wasn't at work, I suppose. The time on the tracking said they tried at 2:07. I finished work at 2, so I would have actually been on the way home at that point. But I missed them either way. So I thought, well, if they come at a similar time the next day, hopefully a little bit later, I'll be in. But anyway, they didn't. They came earlier. So I tried to set up for them to leave it, because you can nominate a local shop that they will leave it at for you. So I tried to set that up, but they couldn't do that. I looked on the website and it said collection from the depot. Now, I know where that depot is. It's just around the corner from the office I used to work at, because I've collected parcels from there before. So on Saturday morning, I thought I'll just go over. I got there, the depot was open, but the collection area was all closed up, and I spoke to one of the sorters in there, and he said, no, we can't do collection at the moment for obvious reasons. And anything that comes back is locked away, so we can't physically just get it and give it to people, even if they've got their ID and the cards and whatnot. So I had to arrange a redelivery, but because I'm still working this week, I'm on late, so I start work at 2, which means I leave here just before 1:30. There's a decent chance that it won't arrive before I leave for work, and I only get one more chance because I've already tried twice. But I'm off on Friday, so I scheduled that delivery for this Friday. So over a week after it should have arrived. If I'd not paid the extra and just gone for the normal shipping, it would have gone via Royal Mail. It would have probably arrived Thursday or Friday. I could have gone and picked it up on Saturday or Sunday from the sorting office, and we'd have been looking at all that good stuff right now. But in fact, I'd have done it at the weekend. But excuse me, but that hasn't happened. So yeah, I was on Saturday. I was pissed off. I really was. But it is what it is now. I've got a few more things that have come in the post, including one half of that. Yeah, like I say, they shipped that in 2 parts, and the second part came in an envelope, or a card mailer, I suppose, and the two items was shipped like that, so it was small enough just to go through the letterbox. So the second part came through the letterbox, even though they shipped that bit. They shipped those 3 days after the originals, so even though I paid for the priority shipping, they only priority shipped the first 6 or 7 items, and then the last 2, which I have there, but we're going to wait to see them. Yeah, they shipped them 3 days later. They still shipped them through DPD, but yeah, they got here and went straight through the letterbox. So I can't figure it out. Don't know. Is it my fault for not checking to see who the couriers they used for shipping? I just assumed they used Royal Mail, because when you buy some HMV and you get standard shipping, they ship it with Royal Mail, they post it via Royal Mail, and my assumption was that they would do that anyway, but they didn't. and I'm ranted on for way too long now. I looked at this counter as I was filming when I was finished, and looks like that rant has gone on for over 6 minutes, so I'm going to end this now because this video is longer than it really needs to be. And if you've got this far, wow, thank you very much, well done. You know what to do. And I will have another video recorded hopefully this weekend. Do I wait till the end of the month to do part 2? Because who knows what I'll pick up next week. What are we? Oh yeah, we've got a good 2 weeks at the end of the month yet, haven't we? So we'll see. I mean, there'll be more than enough to do another video with what comes in that parcel and what I've got here. So yeah, I'll probably do another video, part 2. This will be part 1 for February. For January, it wasn't my intention just to do one video for the whole month, but I didn't have that much in January. I mean, obviously the shops had were all shut, well, not all, but the likes of Poundland's open and the supermarkets. But other than what I got on Monday this week, there's been very little. I mean, I found nothing in Poundland until then, over the last few weeks. But yeah, January was just hopefully a one-off. Like I say, it's not my intention just to do an end of the month pickups video. I don't want to do that. Hopefully I'd like to go back to being weekly on my pickups, but at the moment that's unlikely, because there's no charity shops and no car boot sales. So I just got to do them as and when I've got stuff. I mean, you all know how I feel about long videos, and this video is getting longer and longer. But it's the same with short videos. If I've got 2 or 3 items, you know, if those 2 items came in the post, I mean, if there was something special, yes, I'd do an unboxing. If it was a new release, maybe I'd do an unboxing. But to do a pickups video for 2 items, for me, I don't think it's worth it. But there's a good amount. Actually, I think that's probably the perfect amount. This could have been easily done as a 10-minute video if I wasn't rambling on and ranting. But yeah, what have I got? There's 2 box sets and 4 individual Blu-rays there for the next video, and then what's in the post is going to bring it up to maybe not quite as much as what's here, but it's more quality than quantity, I would say, the next lot, for the most part. Maybe not everything. I mean, there's it's just dawned on me, I've got 2 items on pre-order that come out. What's the date? Yeah, come out on Monday. So maybe I'll get one of them's coming from Zavvi, so maybe that'll come at the weekend. The other one's coming from Amazon, and that's a box set, which means I wonder if I can redirect that somewhere. Because if it's coming here, I can't remember whether I've had it sent somewhere else or whether I've had it sent here. Because like I said, I'm working again next week. I'm on earlies. Now Amazon can come as late as 10 p.m, so maybe it'll come after I finish work. But I suspect it'll be too big to come through the letterbox. The one from Zavvi is probably going to be the same size as well, now I think about it. But it's a long time since I pre-ordered from Zavvi. From what I recall, they normally send them out a little bit early, so you get them sort of Friday or Saturday. So it may be possible that I'll come Friday or Saturday, so I could catch that. I mean, at some point on Friday or Saturday, I've got to go out and do me grocery shopping, but that's only going to take an hour, and a little over an hour. So hopefully Sod's Law doesn't kick in and they they try to deliver while I'm doing that. Look at me, I'm going on even more. Right, this is it, I'm going now. Like I say, I did say before, if you got this far, you know what to do. Well, if you got this far, let's say Zavvi delivers on Saturdays. There we go, there's a little code for you. So if you got right to the end, just post below, Zavvi delivers on Saturdays, and then I'll know those who actually did finally get to the end of the video. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you hopefully in a few days with the next pickups. Ta-ra.